So, guys, hello everybody, and congratulations. The Indian women's cricket have stormed into the finals, beating Australia by 5 wickets, and of course, uh, Jememia Rodrigues has played a wonderful game by being unbeaten on 127. Of course, she was dropped many times, but she snatched away the match from the Australians. And it was just marvelous to watch her. She and Harmanpreet Kaur had created a beautiful partnership, and they took the game away literally from Australia. So I think the I really lost hope of them when Australia made around 338 and India needed 339. I thought that the game is gone from India, and I didn't really expect them to chase that total down. I think it's first time in the history of the Indian women's cricket history that uh, they have chased down this target, and it's really amazing. The crowds in the stadium at Navi Mumbai, they were cheering, and it was packed the stadium. 10 years ago when I started watching women's cricket, there were hardly around 2000 or 2500 people at the stadiums, and there was no sponsors at that time. It was but I never gave up hope, but I always said one day that the women's cricket team will definitely pick up if they get sponsors, if there are some corporate companies. And mark my words, those days and today has made a lot of difference, that there are a lot of sponsors backing the Indian women's cricket team. The girls have played exceptionally well. They are equivalent to the boys in the Indian cricket. And the crowds, you can tell by the crowds that they have come up in numbers to watch the Indian women's cricket in semi-finals today at Navi Mumbai. And of course, in my vlog yesterday, I said that I hope the rain doesn't play a spoil sport, and I was not. I was a bit optimistic that the match was going to be played today because of the weather. But eventually, the match did get interrupted for a short while, and there was a little bit of rain, and then it continued thereafter. But I think Australia played really well. I think if they had to hold on in some of those catches, I think they would be in the favorites and going into the finals. But I think the luck was on Jememia Rodrigues today, because she was dropped on a couple of times. But I think luck. If you have luck on your side, you can have anything on your side. So it was today, her day, where she has taken India to the finals against South Africa, which is going to be played, on the 2nd of November. That's going to be on a Sunday. So we all hope and pray that the weather gods are good, and we'd like to watch that match. And of course, tomorrow we have the men's match, the T20 at Australia. We'd like to look at that maybe at around 12:30. It's a T20 match, so let's see. I think the last match got washed out, and I think the boys done really well to score about 90 plus uh, in that match. And I think if it hadn't rained, I think India would have won that. But nevertheless, to say that let's watch out for the men's team tomorrow, the T20, and the boys have played quite well. And looking back at today's match, I am really happy to watch the girls, play so well. And Jememia Rodrigues was so emotional today. That she was, dropped a couple of times from the team. I think this was her first match in the World Cup that she played today, and she proved that she could do something for the team. And hats off to her. The crowd was marvelous, and we could see the board of cricket. Jay Shah was there cheering from the stadium, from the stands. He was a bit tensed. Of course, towards the end, there was a lot of tension, and Yeah, I think it was a nail biting finish. It was quite exciting to watch these girls, and I'm really feeling sad for the Australian girls. Such pretty faces on those fields whenever they took a wicket. They really had all those smiles on their faces. But I was really sad to see them back in the stands. Really down. They have been winning for the past 8 years in this World Cup, the Women's World Cup. I think now they get to play after 4 years, the next Women's World Cup. So there could be a lot of changes in the game. So let's see what happens on Sunday. And thanks for guys watching my vlog. And I hope you like and subscribe, share, and we'll stay together in this the festive of cricket. Of course, we have got another 4 to 5 months of cricket left, and after the India Australia match, the men's they take on South Africa and India, and then you have the ICC World Cup coming back in February. So let's look what happens. There's a lot of cricket in the making for the next 4 months, and there's a lot of traveling for people to do all over the place. So please enjoy your game and have fun and cheer for our Indian team and cheer for me. And definitely, I'm sure that we will lift the World Cup this time, the Indian women's cricket team, and we hope and pray that they win on the 2nd of November at Navi Mumbai. So I would like every one of you to be at that stadium cheering for the Indian team back over there. So till then, take care, goodbye, and see you all on 2nd of November. And I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.